My name's Theo Clark. I'm the co-founder of Profit Driven Marketing, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through the three-tier Google Shopping funnel. So first of all, what is the three-tier Google Shopping funnel? Well, within e-commerce there is a sales funnel that can be used to identify where on the buyer journey a prospect is. This same funnel can be applied to Google Ads. Within Google, we have the ability to create a three-tier funnel using manual shopping campaigns. This is important because, like the e-commerce sales funnel, it allows us to segment our prospects based on their intent to purchase. There are three different segments: the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. The top of funnel is essentially your broad traffic, people that are on Google searching for a product, but they don't know exactly which brand or which product title or range that they would like to purchase. For example, this could be someone that's on Google searching for a phone. They know that they want to buy a phone, but they're not sure exactly which phone just yet. So we would essentially categorize that as broad traffic. Within the middle of funnel, you've got your branded traffic. So this is someone that's slightly further on their buyer journey. They know which brand and which product type they would like to purchase, but they're still not sure on the exact product title. So for example, this could be someone searching for a Samsung phone. So they're further down the funnel in that they know which brand of phone that they would like to buy, but they're still not sure on the exact product title or range. You then have the bottom of the funnel. This is essentially your warmest segment and people that are searching Google with intent to purchase, or the most likely intent to purchase, because at this point they're searching for the product title, the range, or perhaps the product SKU number. So this would be someone searching for Samsung Galaxy S22. So they know the brand, the make, and the model of which product they would like to buy. Essentially, they are right at the bottom of their funnel and ready to purchase. You can filter paid traffic into these three different segments within Google Ads using campaign priorities and negative keyword lists. So within Google, when you create a shopping campaign, Google gives us three campaign priority options: high, mid, or low priority. Using campaign priority and negative keyword lists, we can filter search terms into different campaigns depending on how relevant the search term is and adjust our bids accordingly. A search term that includes the brand and the product name, for example, Samsung Galaxy S22, is much more likely to convert as they are closer to the bottom of the funnel in that they already know the exact brand and product that they are looking for. Therefore, we would want to bid more aggressively for this type of search term as opposed to a search term that includes just the product type, for example, phone. But how do we segment our campaigns in this way and adjust our bids based on intent? Well, there's a secret setup to be able to do so. We would need to create three separate campaigns. We would have a high priority campaign, a mid priority campaign, and a low priority campaign. Now, this would also be split into targeting three separate segments of the funnel. Your high priority campaign is going to be targeting your top of funnel segment, so your broader traffic, people that are searching for the product type, such as a phone. Your medium priority campaign is going to be your middle of funnel segment, which is where we're going to target your branded traffic, for example, people searching for a Samsung phone. Your low priority campaign is going to target your bottom of funnel segment. So these are your people that are most likely to convert in that they're searching for the product title or the product range, or alternatively the SKU number. So for example, Samsung Galaxy S22. To build this funnel, when creating a manual shopping campaign within Google Ads, Google will ask you to set a campaign priority where you will have three options: high, mid, or low priority. You will need to create three separate campaigns: one high, one mid, and one low priority. That's how the campaigns will be structured. But in order to actually segment the traffic, we're going to need to use negative keyword lists. So the high campaign, or the high priority campaign, as mentioned, is your top of funnel segment. This is your broad traffic, so people that are searching for terms such as phone. Now, you're going to need to create two separate negative keyword lists and apply them specifically to this high priority campaign. Because this campaign is high priority, we're going to need to exclude brands, product titles, ranges, and SKUs from this campaign. By excluding them from our high priority campaign, Google's going to then funnel them terms further down our campaign into the mid and low priority campaigns. We're also going to need to use another negative keyword list, which will include universal negative keywords. So because the campaign priority is set to high, we're essentially telling Google, this is the campaign I want you to send all of the traffic to first. Now, if there's any search terms in there that include brands, product ranges, and SKUs, we're going to set up a negative keyword list and tell Google, I want you to push these terms into the mid campaign or the low campaign because I want to target those keywords specifically. But we're also going to say to Google that we're going to set up a universal negative keyword list. Now, the second keyword list is going to apply to the high, mid, and the low priority campaigns. And what we're going to add in here is all of your universal negative keywords. So these are all your irrelevant and non-converting terms. So these will be any terms that you do not want to show for, that are irrelevant to the products that you're selling, or that maybe they're just too broad and they're terms that aren't going to convert. Now, I'm going to explain in the next video the importance of using negative keyword lists and search term management. So I'll go into that in much more detail. But for now, I just want to explain to you how the keyword lists work and where you would set each one up. So that's the high priority campaign. Now, as we've set up a negative keyword list in the high priority campaign that's excluding brands, product titles, ranges, and SKUs, we've essentially told Google, we want you to push these terms further down the funnel. So Google's going to push all of those terms into our mid priority campaign. So this is your middle of funnel segment where we want to show for branded traffic. So for example, someone searching for the brand plus the product type, such as Samsung phone. So this is what we want. We want those keywords to funnel down into the mid priority campaign. But remember, we also have our low priority campaign. So all we want to show for in the mid campaign is our branded traffic. So within the med campaign, we're going to set up another negative keyword list. So this keyword list is going to include the product titles, the ranges, and the SKU numbers of the products that you sell. Because remember, people searching for these terms are the ones that are most likely to convert. So we actually want to push them further down in our funnel to the low campaign. And we can do that by simply excluding these terms from the med campaign. So we'll still be showing for branded traffic in the med campaign, but we're going to set a separate negative keyword list and exclude product titles, ranges, and SKU numbers. Now, as I mentioned previously, we're also going to have our second negative keyword list, which is going to apply to the mid campaign and the low campaign, which is going to exclude us from showing for any universal negative keywords. Now, the low priority campaign. This is essentially your bottom of funnel segment where we want to show for product titles, ranges, and SKU numbers. Now, if you've set up your negative keyword list correctly in the high priority campaign and the mid priority campaign, all we should be showing for in the low priority campaign is people that are searching with intent, product titles, ranges, and SKU numbers. So we wouldn't need another negative keyword list set up here. The only negative keyword list we would apply to the low priority campaign is the universal negative keywords. So the terms that you don't want to show for that are irrelevant or non-converting, and these terms will apply to all three of the campaigns, the high, mid, and the low campaign. To create negative keyword lists, open Google Ads, go to Tools and Settings, Shared Library, and then Negative Keyword Lists. Here you can add negative keywords to a list, and once complete, you can click Apply to Campaigns and apply the negative keyword lists accordingly, the same way that we've just explained they should be set up. Finally, bid adjustments. So now that we've created 3 separate campaigns and we've segmented our traffic accordingly depending on intent, what we would do is adjust our bids. So within all of the campaigns, we're going to use a bidding strategy, which is manual, and we're going to come in and we're going to set our cost per clicks based on our search impression share that we're targeting initially. Now, within the high priority campaign, your top of funnel segment, your broad traffic, we're not going to want to aim for too high of a search impression share here because we don't want to overexpose ourselves to people that are searching for broad terms, such as phone. We're not going to want to bid too aggressively and show too much for broader terms because these terms are less likely to convert. So we still want to pick up some of this traffic, but we don't want to overexpose ourselves. So we would have quite low cost per click bids here, aiming for a 20 to 40% search impression share. In the med priority campaign, this is your branded traffic. So as we're working our way further down the funnel, we're going to want to start to target a slightly higher search impression share to ensure that we're getting a bit more visibility on Google Ads and at the auction. So within the med campaign, we're going to increase our bids a little bit more. They're not quite going to be as low as they are in a high priority campaign. We're going to increase them slightly and aim for a slightly higher search impression share of around 40 to 60%. Lastly, we have the low priority campaign, the bottom of funnel segment, prospects that are searching for product titles, ranges, and SKU numbers. Here we're going to bid quite aggressively, aiming for a 60 to 80% search impression share because ultimately these are our warmest leads, our warmest prospects. These are people that already know what they're looking for, and we just want to capture them right at the bottom of the funnel, at the end of their buyer journey, and capture the conversion. So we're going to aim for a 60 to 80% search impression share here to ensure that our ads are visible. So now I've walked you through the campaign setup, the priority setup, and also the bid adjustments and what kind of search impression share you're going to want to be aiming for. So now it's your turn, your call to action. You need to go and build your Google Shopping funnel. Take back control of your Google Shopping campaigns. Start using campaign priority and negative keyword lists to segment your prospects and optimize your bids based on how likely the prospect is to purchase based on their search term. Build your profitable 3-tier Google Shopping funnel.